Yo guys, what's up? Welcome along to another live stream here on the Chill Out Flight channel. And today we're going to be heading down to Copenhagen from Bergen up in Norway. We're going to fly Alpine with EasyJet down there, and it's we've got some great scenery that down in Copenhagen that I fancy going to check out, that I bought the other day. We were going to stream it yesterday, but the my sim would not have any of it. It was not behaving itself. It wouldn't load up. It kept crashing. But I think I finally got it stable enough to fly this afternoon, or this morning even, so we're going to give it a whirl, and we'll give it a little fly out. But yeah, there we are down on the ground in Bergen at the minute. It looks very cold and chilly, and a bit of weather floating around. So yeah, the aeroplane's completely cold and dark. This is the latest experimental version of the fly-by-wire. So we'll go and give it a go, and we'll see how we get on. And yeah, we'll go down, set it up, get some passengers on, and we'll get the flight plan set up, and we'll get ourselves away. So I'll pop you in the full screen. We'll jump on down to the flight deck, and we'll get ourselves cracking. We'll look at the flight plan and see what fuel we need and other bits and bobs. And yeah, we'll go for nice little flights down to Copenhagen. Then, if there's time, which there should be, we'll do the return trip, and then we'll head down across to Newcastle as well from Bergen when we come back up later on. So right, let's get ourselves in the flight deck and let's get set up. There we are, guys, smooth as ever into the flight deck. Like I said, completely cold and dark, and we'll go and get some bits and bobs turned on. So let's get the flypad up and running, and we'll jump on the overhead and get battery 1, battery 2, external power can come on. We'll start the APU. Just give that a couple of seconds to boot itself up. And we'll start that. Crew supply can come on. Ground control can come on. And we'll align the IRSs. Arm the emergency lights. No smoke can come on. Nav logo can come on. And for now, quick scan, and we'll do the APU test. Engine number 1 fire test, and engine number 2 fire test. There we go. Just turn those down a smidge as well. Don't want it too warm in the flight deck and too warm in the cabin, even though it's rather cold outside. We'll nip down. There we are. Everything is not starting to come to life. Good stuff. Right, we'll nip there. We'll brighten up the E-cams like that, and we'll give the FOs a bit of brightness too, which is there. Cool. So yeah, right, we'll go and check the flight plan. We'll go and import that from SimBrief. There it is. And we'll go and check the OFP, see how we're doing with this. Let's have a look. So trip time's 1 hour 10 minutes. Wind wise, +9, nothing too exciting there. And fuel, let's have a look at the fuel. We need 7.5 tons down to Copenhagen. So let's go and load that up. 7.5. Let's take 8 tons just to be on the safe side. And there we go. We can start getting some. We'll start getting some passengers on. Baggage, external power, and we'll get a bit of catering as well. And we can jump down into the McDo. Let's clear that off. And we'll head to add to AOC, and we'll grab the unit press, and there's a data request. There we are, Alpine 2125 from Bergen down to Copenhagen. Estimate time en route 1 hour 10 minutes. Pretty good. And we'll get the weight balance. For our payload, we've got 157 passengers coming down, and we'll pop those in. So let's actually, I haven't started PackX up. Let's just do that quickly. There it is. I'll very quickly do that, and we can get some passengers on the move. That's that good. Everything all looks good. Let's start that. Here they come. You can hear them getting on now, which is good. So look, what else do we need to do? Let's scan down. Let's close the flight deck door before I forget doing that, and we'll jump on in and we'll do the init request. Get our flight plan loaded in. There we are. So our alternate is going to be in Germany. I'm not sure where Echo Delta Delta Papa is, but it's definitely in Germany. Alpine 2125, cost index 34 with cruise, and flight level 370 for the cruise. And we'll put our block fuel in, which we took 8 tons. And we'll grab the CG. Right, alternate fuel. What do we need for that? Let's have a quick look. Alternate, we need 2.7. 2.7 for the alternate. That can go in. There we go. Seems quite a lot, doesn't it? 2 hours, 6 minutes. Oh well. That's what it recommends. That's what we'll take. Average wind. Let's have a look. We've got a wind component of +9. That can go in there. Gives us a tailwind of 9 knots on the way down. So let's go and jump and do the flight plan. From Bergen, we're going to go out of runway 17. And let's just grab these flight plan a minute. And it's going to be the Tuxi 3 Charlie departure. Tuxi 3 Charlie. That can go in. Into Copenhagen at the moment we have the Tepsi 2 Charlie arrival onto runway 22 right. 22 right, and we said, yeah, Tupsi 2 Charlie. And that goes via, let's just grab these charts and we can work this out. So that's going to go via Trano VOR and then into 22 right, which is here. So let's not put any vias in for now, and we'll sort that out as we get further on down in the flight. Set the QNH 988. Wow, quite low pressure there. Just have a quick look at this flight plan. South, and we head across towards the southeast, and then we make that right turn. There's that VOR we just saw on the charts. And then we have a discontinuity there, which is going to be a manual leg. There it is there. So we'll sort ourselves out once we get further down. So that all looks good. Let's get the constraints on, and we'll brighten up this EFIS panel as well. There we are. So we're going to have a look at the performance for our departure out. Let's have a look. Departure. Right, performance wise, let's grab the calculator. Here it comes. Right, so I've got the chart on my iPad here, so we'll just be able to pop all this in. So out of Bergen, runway 17, which is literally 170 degrees. Runway elevation will be 166. Runway length 2,990 meters. And actually we need to quickly grab the weather. Just get it off there. So currently the winds are 240 at 16 knots. 240 at 16. Outside temperature is rather chilly, 3 degrees. QNH was 988.
Gentlemen, I would love to welcome you aboard our flight. When you find your seat, please be sure to
runway condition is snowy. Let's have a look.
Smaller items underneath the seat in front of you.
And what we'll do is we'll
please place all of your items in the
see, I'm going to put the MCDU just on my iPad for now. That way I can check it without having to look in the sim. Let's have a look. Where is Chrome? There it is. There we go. So compacted snow. I need to go on the init page. Just grab the takeoff stuff. 66.6. And the CG is going to be 24.1.
cell phones
So we're
during
going to
the
do
rest of the
config
boarding
1.
process, but
There we
do
go.
ask that laptops, tablets, and any other larger
So
electronic
as you can
devices
see,
are stowed
there we're
when
going to do config 1 plus F. We need to do a toga takeoff. 36, 53, 54 for the performance. So let's go and enter that in. Into the performance. It's going to be flap 1, which was up. What was up? Just up 1 unit. One unit of trim for that. That can go in. We're not doing a flex, so we can leave that out because we're going to do a toga takeoff. And it is 136 for V1. VR is 153. V2 is 154. That can go in there. That is all set up. Transition altitude 7,000 feet, and that all looks pretty good for that as well. So let's go look at the taxi out procedure. So we're coming off runway 17 just here. We are parked. If I put the arrow on, there we go. We are here on the pier stand. So if we push back into this cul-de-sac here, we'll taxi down to Echo along Yankee all the way along to Alpha 2. I think that should do us quite nicely. Nothing else exciting there. Let's grab the initial stop climb. 6,000 feet initial clearance, so let's go and put that in. 6,000 feet is set there. We've got constraints on. QNH is set. And this is live time, live weather as well. Very cool. Anything else we need to look at? Nothing else. We just double check that rudder trim has been reset. And that is that. I think we're all good to go. We wait for these passengers to get themselves on, and we should be good to get ourselves out of here. Cool. Right. That looks good to me. So yeah, we'll just wait for it. Let's check on the passengers, see how they're doing. Oh, not that one. Let's grab this. Let's have a quick look. The boarding process. Getting there now. Pretty much all done. So we can leave that there. And we'll grab... let's go grab the pushback geyser ready.
Ready to go when you are.
That looks alright. Let's we will forward doors, we can close. And that is closed up. They're all good. Let's call a tug.
Cockpit to ground.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard flight 2125 with service to Copenhagen. Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour and 10 minutes. Now that the cabin door is closed, please make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your large devices are now shut down and stowed. Please fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables and seat backs are in a full upright and locked position for departure. Flight attendants, please prepare.
There's our lovely EasyJet aircraft. And as you can see, we are Alpine. It's got the Alpine registration on there, so we're going to push back.
Okay, sir. The bypass.
Let's have a quick look where we're going to push back to. Yeah, we'll push back onto Whiskey, and then we can taxi straight out along Yankee, all the way along. You can see the aircraft being lifted just there. So we need to find out where is Yankee. Yankee will be along here. There it is. So we'll come out here, first right all the way along. Very hard to see in the snow, but we'll come all the way along here to 17. So I think we're good for pushback. They said they were ready, so let's jump in here. We'll go and switch some. We should have probably put the fuel tanks on. That might have helped. That is on. APU bleed can come on. We'll have the strobe on. We've got fuel. Beacon light can come on. Wing light and seatbelt signs should be on as well. Everything else looks rather good. And we can head backwards.
Go ahead. We are cleared for start and push.
Prodigy King, welcome along, buddy. Hello from Greece. Hello from the UK, buddy, as well. Hope your day's going well.
Parking brake.
There we are. Release the parking brake. We are off.
Parking brakes are released. Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
Let's jump down.
It will start in the sequence.
Starter to ignition. And there's engine number 2 on the move, ideally. Just make sure we're heading in the right direction. There it is. We'll push straight back onto whiskey, and then that way that gives us a nice straight line to get ourselves taxied out.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to flight attendants for a safety demonstration.
And as you can see, there's engine number 2 spooling up quite nicely.
Fasten insert the metal fittings into one another and tight by pulling on the loose end of the strap. Release the seatbelt with the upper portion of the buckle. Please adjust the seat will fasten throughout the entire flight as you may experience unexpected.
And as we taxi out, it is time for the safety demonstration.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask for your attention while we take you through the safety procedures on this aircraft. A safety card is in your seat pocket showing the exit routes, oxygen masks, life jackets and brace position that you must adopt if you hear brace, brace. There are 2 emergency exits at the rear, 4 in the middle, and 2 at the front of the cabin. Floor lighting will guide you to an exit. Please be aware that your nearest exit may be behind you. In an emergency, leave all cabin baggage on board. Your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted, and released as shown. It must be fastened when the seatbelt signs are on, and we recommend that you keep it fastened at all times. If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above you. Pull a mask towards you to start the oxygen. Put the mask over your nose and mouth. Hold in place with the strap. Pull on each side to adjust. Put on your own mask before helping others. If we land on water, take the life jacket from under your seat. Put it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist. Click together and pull the strap to adjust. Do not inflate it inside the aircraft. When outside, inflate by pulling the toggle. If it fails to inflate or needs topping up, blow into the tube. There is a light and whistle for attracting attention. We also carry flotation aids for children. Your tray table must now be stowed, armrest down, window blinds open, and seatbelt fastened. We wish you a pleasant flight with EasyJet.
Taxi out. So we've got all that done, everything else good. We'll do a quick flight control check before we leave. And let's have a quick look. So we'll go full up, full down, neutral, full right, full left, and neutral. And we'll test the rudders. Full left, full right, and neutral, and they all seem to be working how they should. So as far as we can see, everything else is good, everything else is all set up. We can get ourselves taxied out to runway 17 and get this show on the road down to Copenhagen. So we're going to taxi out straight down onto Echo and then Yankee all the way down to Alpha 2. I'll get my feet on these pedals and we'll get ourselves going. There we go, a little bit of thrust and away we go. Quite hard to see these taxi lines in the snow. Let's have a look where we're going to go. This will be Echo somewhere just here. And there's some taxi markings. There we go. We can follow where we're going. So it's this right, then immediately right again. We'll just keep it coming straight round to the right. Actually, yeah, up here. There we go. We'll go up here, backtrack, turn around, and get ourselves going. While we're doing that, flaps can be coming to 1. We can arm the spoilers, and we'll ding the cabin crew.
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
Auto brake can come to max. And we'll do the takeoff config check. All tickety-boo, predicted wind shear on. T-caster auto. We'll score up 2000. So yeah, flight time is about 1 hour and 10 minutes this morning down to Copenhagen. And once we get there, we'll do the return flip. We'll do the return trip back as well. Well, let's see if we can get ourselves spun around. There we are, nicely turned around there. Let's just get straightened up and we'll get ourselves going. Let's have a look what we've got to do. They should be on, that should be on, that can be on, that can go to takeoff. And right, let's have a quick one last check before we go. We got climb nav 1 FD2, V speeds 136, 154. QNH to set 998 hectopascals. Auto brake is max. Signs are on, cabin's ready, spoilers are armed, flaps are at flap 1. We're doing a full toga takeoff. Clearance is 6,000 feet initially. And we'll spool up 50% on the M1. There that goes. We'll release the toe brakes. 1, 2, 3 clicks forward. Man toga SRS runway auto thrust is armed and blue. Let's get ourselves away to Copenhagen. A little bit of right rudder. There's V1. And rotate up we go. It's a positive climb, the gear's going up. And departure out of Copenhagen. TCAS, TARA, that's one thing I did forget. There we go. Leave the climb. Thrust climb nav, and we got 6,000 blue. We'll wait to cross the S speed. We'll retract the flaps, get rid of the ground spoilers, and we'll do our pre-takeoff, or post-takeoff checks after that. There's the S speed. We can flaps back to 0, and then along with that we can disarm the spoilers. We are cruising flight level 370 for the cruise, I believe. 37. So I reckon there's no ATC. We'll just clear ourselves direct to 37. There it is. Can wind out that a little bit now. Let's quick look out the window. Look at that. How cool does that look? Awesome. Even a bit of the seas frozen over as well. Lovely and chilly in Norway this time of year. We'll set standard now. We're climbing up to flight level now, not an altitude, so we can get rid of that. And we'll give that a little bit of brightness. That can come off. That can come off, and we'll turn off the landing lights once we cross flight level 100. And we'll get a bit, once we get to flight level 100, we'll get the lights off, we'll get a bit of music on. And there's no ATC anywhere around here, I don't believe, at the moment. Let's have a look on the map. Cool, there we are, flight level 100, lights can come off. And we can get a bit of music on. Let's have a look. Let's try a bit of one. This playlist called Cruise Control. Let's try that out. Okay, there'll be 2 waypoints in here we need to sort out. And we've got discontinuity as well. Just get a shot of that. And there we are, 2 tuxels. Oh, excuse me. Get rid of tuxel, clear that discontinuity out as well. And that should, I'm not sure what this line is. Tuxil's all Pevreb, and then Tukmu is where we're going to. Got proximate traffic behind us. Let's have a quick look. Can we see that anywhere? Snow seems to stop pretty much as we leave Bergen. And I thought they may have had some more snow over these parts, but obviously not. Pretty cool still though. Let's keep an eye on this, make sure we are going to head to Tuxil after Bamlo. In fact, we can probably just tidy that up a little bit. Let's go direct to onto Omexi. Tuxil, let's go direct Zol. That'll sort that out. There we go. Flight level 171 for 370. Seatbelt signs can come off. Air is smooth. And everything else looks pretty nice. $349 miles. We're expected at 12:22, so in about an hour's time we should be on the ground. There's our lovely EasyJet 320 Neo. Like I said, we do have awesome Fly Tampa scenery down in Copenhagen that I bought the other day, so it should be quite cool to try that out. $27207 for 370. Everything looks good. Let's get the checklist, if I can find it. Somewhere here on the desktop. Where's it gone? EasyJet checklist, there it is. So we've done that. Let's have a look what else before taxi. Taxi before takeoff. Takeoff checklist is done. After takeoff checklist, gears up, flaps are retracted, spoilers have been disarmed, thrust is in the climb, which it is. Autopilot as required, AP1 is in. Nose wheel lights are off, runway turn off lights are off, and that is it. After takeoff check complete. Next is the climb checklist. So barrow is set standard, anti-ice as required, anti-ice is off, EFIS is set as we need it, weather radar is in op, so that is off. Auto above 10,000 feet, sorry. Landing lights off, wing lights can now come off, and the seatbelt signs as required, they are currently off. That is the climb takeoff checklist complete. The next check will be in the cruise. Very good. Well guys, welcome along to this EasyJet real ops flight from Bergen down to Copenhagen. We are flying as Alpine 2125 down this morning, and the flight time is just under an hour left to run before we make our arrival into Copenhagen. The route this morning takes us straight south from Bergen down to Stavanger, across to Kristiansand, down towards then Copenhagen in Aalborg, and then down to the southeast, as then we make the left-hand turn across towards Roskilde at Tastrup, and then we're making the loop in to runway 22 right down in Copenhagen Kastrup in about an hour's time. Our departure out, we've now completed that. We're almost down to Tuxil. That is our departure, so that can be got rid of, so can the airport charts. And for the arrival, we come down by a Tepsi, then Rosby, then we have a manual leg, where if we got no further vectors from ATC, we'll continue indefinitely on this heading all the way down through the Copenhagen MSA, and then we'll start coming around to 22 right, which is this one just here. So we'll continue this heading, we'll come around, we'll intercept the localizer, make that right hand turn onto the ILS for 22 right, which we will set up very shortly. We'll do some fixed info stuff. Once we get down past Kristiansand, we'll start setting that up, and then at least we know when we need to start our descent and what else is happening as well along in the flight. And then once we get on the ground down in Copenhagen, guys, we'll do the turnaround. We'll offload our passengers, and we will head back up to Bergen. And then, time permitted, that will take us to roughly kind of 1:30, 2 o'clock UK time, and then we'll do the trip from Bergen just across the North Sea into Newcastle after that. And that will take us nicely back to my hometown airport to finish the afternoon off before I need to go and do the school run. There's some awesome views of Norway as we track down to the south. There we are. Heading towards Stavanger. Very cool. Very cool. Forget, guys, we are live on YouTube and Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to smash the like button if you're enjoying it, and subscribe as well. Come and join in the chat. And we are, like I said, live on Twitch as well. If you're watching over there, hit the follow button. You'll get notified when we go live next as well. And if you do want to join the Discord, you can. That is where I post every day about what we're doing, when we're flying, and what we are flying. The link should be in the chat any second when chatbot wakes itself up. There it is. Hit that link in the chat now to join the Discord and come and join our community over there. Trying to find a file that seems to have disappeared. Where's it gone to?
Ladies and gentlemen, take full advantage of your tax-free allowances today and make some amazing savings with our boutique range. In your in-flight brochure, you'll find details of our award-winning selection of gifts, most with massive discounts, some of which are exclusive to you as an EasyJet customer. Make the most of your opportunity to shop and save from the comfort of your seat. If you'd like to see any products, have any questions, or would like to make great savings, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
And there's that left-hand turn down towards, just past Stavanger. We track down towards Kristiansand. Guys, give me 2 seconds. Someone's just knocking at the front door. I was just going to check who it is. I'll be back with you just in 2 seconds. Yo guys, it was just a postman. There we are, about reaching our cruise level, and we'll go and set up, start setting up for the arrival. Put some fixed info jobbies in just here. Let's have a look. So let's grab the chart, have a look at this arrival into Copenhagen. So at the Toronto VOR, we cannot be above flight level 120. So let's aim to be there, flight level 120. So we'll put the TNO in as our info points. Flight level 120. We're going to be cruising at 37. So let's have a look at what we need miles wise. Not that many. Target altitude is going to be 12,000, so that we need 80 miles roughly to be our top of descent. So as you can see, we put that in. There's that fixing for that gives us our top of drop, and there's 370 Mach alt cruise. Excellent stuff. So let's go and put in a fixed the extended center line in Copenhagen as well, which is Echo Kilo Charlie Hotel. We landing on 22. What we land on 22 something. 22 right, is it? 22 right. Let's pop that in, and we'll grab the extended center line from the 22 right 037 for the radial out, and that'll give us the extended center line, which we need to follow to intercept the localizer as of the manual leg in the arrival, which is there after that VOR manual leg, which we need to vector ourselves in to grab the localizer a bit later on, which is quite cool. Bit cloudy on the way across now. Let's grab some weather in Copenhagen and see what it's like. So let's go Echo Kilo Charlie Hotel. We'll load that up. Weather. I don't know why it keeps doing this. So Echo Charlie, Echo Kilo, isn't it? Go Kilo Charlie Hotel. Accept. Load. Weather. There it is. So it's overcast 800 feet, 6 degrees, QNH 1000, winds are 210 at 14 knots, 5,000 meter visibility. We've got a ceiling overcast at 800 feet. Cool, so a bit cloudy on the arrival. And what are the minimums in Copenhagen? Let's just grab the approach for 22 right, there it is. Minimum's 220, not very high. Obviously Copenhagen airport elevation 17 feet, so ideally we're going to come along here. We go into Sweden, that's where the ILS starts, into Sweden, then back into Denmark and down into Kastrup. But like I said, we've got the awesome flight time scenery in Copenhagen when we get there, which is very nice. We've got a 66 knot tailwind as well, pushing us through the air. We're getting little lumps and bumps, just a smidge, as we cruise along. So yeah, estimate arrival is going to be now in about 37 minutes time down on the ground in Copenhagen. Welcome to all of you viewing across on Trovo as well. Hope you're doing well. So we can do our cruise checklist now, as we're nicely in the cruise. So nav aids, they're all set as required. Seatbelt signs are off at the minute. We'll monitor the flight, monitor the ECAM, monitor the weather, and we'll prepare arrival and the MCDU landing performance very soon. We've already got that set up for topper drop and extended centre line should we need that. And we'll do the descent brief shortly. Let's see where we are. We are currently just overhead Christian Sand. If we could see it, that would be quite nice outside. Let's have a look. Can we see any of it? Not really. A little bit below us there. But unfortunately the weather is a bit, well, quite cloudy actually. And it looks that way for the foreseeable at the minute. Oh, holy. It's not what I expected to do. Apologies for that, I pressed the wrong button. I'm not entirely sure what the hell that was. Let's get rid of that. Something loading on a browser in the background, but highly amusing. Grab a bit more music. There we are. Perfect. As we said, we had a look at that arrival. His topper drop is coming up now within. So let's wind that back out a second. Just less than 80 miles out now for our topper descent. And that'll take us down to flight level 120 via the Tango November Oscar VOR, which we're going to go and pop in to the RadNav, I reckon. It's a good place to have that. So look, Tango November Oscar into VOR 1. There it is, already found that. And we're going to pop that on there. That one's destination date already, but that's a bit too early for that. And looks like it's already tuned up the ILS as well. Let's go and check a few of these system pages when we're on. Let's have a look at the engines. You're just over 1,600 kilos of fuel. Bleed page. So look, we got bleed air going into the packs. That looks good. Pressurization, cabin altitude is 7,350 feet. That's fine. The differential pressure is at 8 psi, and obviously we're level in the cruise. Vertical speed is 0 feet per minute. Power, we've got AC essential bus being powered, and the DC battery and essential bus all good as well. Hydraulics, 3,000 psi in the blue, the green and the yellow, and the levels where they should be. Minus 55 outside Chile. Fuel use, there we go, 1.7 tons, and we've got 6.2 left, and it's nicely balanced as well. APU should be off. Cockpit 22 degrees throughout the aircraft. Doors, they're still there, no one tried to jump out. Wheels also are still there, they haven't dropped off. Flight controls doing what they're doing, and the system status is normal. Excellent stuff. Yes, we do have, I'll show you now, the scenery we have down in Copenhagen is, like I said, by Fly Tampa. And it's pretty awesome stuff. Copenhagen, I'll drag this just across for you now to have a look. So we have it obviously for MSFS. You can get it for X-Plane, FSX, P3D. If this loads up, there we go, look at this. What's happened there? There we go. Look at night time as well. How cool does that look? We'll make that approach. We're going to go right over the city for our arrival. So if it's not too cloudy when we get there, we may be able to see a bit of this on the way in. But yeah, it looks absolutely stunning. Especially that bridge, look at that. Awesome stuff. If you do want it on Flight Tampa's website, it was about 18 euros. But yeah, we'll be certainly checking that out when we arrive. So top of drop, 40 miles out. Let's just brief this arrival now. Make sure we definitely know what we're doing. So we are doing the Tepsi, what arrival are we doing? Tepsi 2 Charlie. Tepsi 2 Charlie, which is here. Runway arrival, 22 right. So we come via Tepsi down to Rosby. At here, obviously looking beforehand, we need to be not above flight level 120 by the time we reach this VOR. Obviously Copenhagen being very close to sea level. Height is no issue for us. Nothing's going to be in the way. We'll get to this point here. We'll follow that heading down to here. Then we'll make that right hand turn and we'll grab the localizer just around about here somewhere, ideally. We'll fly directly over the city of Copenhagen. Right hand turn, intercept the localized ILS and hopefully get ourselves on the ground. There's nothing else. Estimate track miles, let's have a look. From Tepsi is roughly 98 miles to touchdown. So 30 miles time we'll start our initial descent, which will be, if we get this in the window ready, it's going to be flight level 120 initially. There we go. I'm going to go and put something in the progress page. Let's have a look, see how far we are from the airport first. Echo Kilo Charlie Hotel 22 right. So we're 139 miles out, which is good. That's fine. So when we start our descent in, wind that back a sec, say 25 miles, take 25 miles off there, it's going to be down to about 115 miles, which should work out quite well. Get Volanta up as well. I forgot to start that off earlier on. Add the flight plan to it, and hopefully we'll be able to see the cool. Sounds like we're getting a little bit of turbulence. Let's have a look. TCAS traffic. Where is that traffic? Clear of conflict, there we go. We don't need to do anything then. Good. Where was that traffic? Did we see anything on the screen? There's nothing around us at all. Not sure where that traffic came from. However, there clearly was a bit of traffic somewhere that it thought it could see. Back into managed speed. Now we got clear of that. And there, top of drop, approaching in, yeah, just less than 10 miles. Awesome stuff. So we'll reach top of drop, then we'll go and put the destination in for win. Pretty much about now, so let's we'll hit that. Thrust idle open descent. Flight level 120 is blue, and down we go. Let's go and do a bit of this arrival stuff. Let's have a look. Next phase. Weather time. Let's click on here. Weather. Echo Kilo Charlie Hotel. Accept. Load. weather. There we go. So we've got winds 2, 10, 14 knots. Two 10 at 14. I can go in there. QNH is 1000. Temperature 6 degrees. So bear in mind we've got overcast 800 feet, so the visibility on the way in will be a bit dodgy. And barrow ref for here we said was 220. Oh, there we are. That's that in. So let's just go and swap over in the progress. We'll put that VOR in now. TNO is the VOR we're heading for now. 70 miles out. All looks good. Good stuff. So below flight of 120 there, and we've got the speed restriction of 250 knots as well to bear in mind. So we do the descent checklist. So MCDU landing performance, we have reviewed that. TCAS should now be set to below. There we go. Nav aids reviewed. Approach briefing has been completed. Anti-ice as required, not required at the moment. EFIS ND constraints are on. Seatbelt signs as required, currently they're off. And below 10,000 feet, we'll seatbelt signs on, landing lights on, wing lights can come back on, and we'll do the barrow at the transition level, which is transition level here is 6,000 feet. Last flight level will be 70. After that, we're on the local QNH for the arrival in. Good stuff, right. Guys, if you're watching on Twitch, if you want to hit exclamation mark predict, you can guess the landing rate. See if you get close to how hard I can dump this on the ground. Shortly. So 17,000 feet to go. We need, let's have a look, performance, progress. 17,000, 1734, 44, 51. We got 56, so we can just shallow off that descent a little bit now. 2,000 feet per minute should do the trick. And we'll grab the these charts 1 second, just double check the localizers. 110.9 and Kilo Lima Kilo. 10.9 Kilo Lima Kilo, so that's all tuned in nicely. Final course going to be 217 degrees, which is also on the charts as well. Going through a bit of cloud. Let's get the anti-ice on just to be on the safe side, and we'll have the probe heat on too. You can see 68 miles left to run, and we're heading now onto the arrival. We'll grab these charts. We should be able to see ourselves coming onto the arrival very soon at Tesby. Actually, want to check the platform altitude in here as well. 3,000 feet. So from flight level 120 down to 3,000 feet, we need to lose 9,000 feet. So we need 27 miles before the airport to start the rest of that descent down, to ensure that we make that platform altitude there for the ILS. There's certainly moisture in these clouds. You see a bit of rain going up the windscreen there, of the windshield. And across there. Passenger windows too. I'd have thought that might have been a bit too cold for rain. How cold is it outside at the minute? Yeah, minus 35. Certainly a bit too chilly for rain. So 8,000 feet to go now. 24 miles we need. How far have we got left? We got 37, so that descent can become even less. Now let's try 1,600 feet. There's a VOR showing 37 miles out from that VOR now. Which is why we'll just slow that descent down a little bit. We don't need to be going down that fast anymore. We seem to have gained a bit of gained a few miles there. But yeah, it's very, very cloudy out here this afternoon. Look at that. Stay in the warm flight deck for a bit. So as I said, we'll do this. We'll get on the ground in Copenhagen, then we'll take a quick 5-minute break, make a new flight plan, and we'll head back up to Bergen. Looking pretty good here. It's not what we're meant to do. We're meant to set that to below that, but there we go. So, checklist wise, what do we need to do? We're in the descent, so below 10,000 feet, not quite there yet. That is the next bit for us to be doing. Quick look on this, see what this reckons we're going to be doing. There we are. So we're just going to intercept that blue dash line. I think that's the best way for us to come on the localizer. Nothing else to it really. Ooh. "19 miles, let's just drop that down now to 1,000 feet per minute. And what are we going to have for a landing? Auto brake, how long's the runway here? 3,600 meters. We can have auto brake low for this one, I reckon. That can be set. And there we are, come back to 250 knots as indicated on the ND. Just dim those a little bit. Oh, a little bit of light coming through briefly. There, look at that. Flight level 120. Bang on for that VRR. Right, so next bit. So Echo Kilo Charlie Hotel 22 right is our next stop, which is 47 miles out. We need to be at 3,000 feet, so that's 27 miles from there. We need to start coming down to 3,000 feet. And have we got any speed limits after that? Just 250 knots, nothing else. That doesn't quite work, did it? Let's just pull that speed 250 knots because it's experimental fly-by-wire. Didn't seem to quite like once it got past that 250 knot bit, it then just sped us straight back up again. Let's get ourselves back to 250 knots, get those ready. So we're now on this manual heading now for the foreseeable until we intercept that localizer. Let's start a bit more of a descent. Let's go down to 5,000 feet. 5,000 feet. There's thrust idle open descent. And we will start thinking about activating that approach phase as well. Let's confirm that. We can go back to manage speed. Speed brake out a little bit just to help out a smidge. And we'll start getting some lights on. Seatbelt sign can come on as well. Pro P can go off. For now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will shortly be landing. Please ensure your cabin bag is safely stowed with your laptop inside. Your tray table must be stowed, armrest down, and window blind open. You now need to be seated with your seatbelt fastened, ready for landing. Please help us by handing in any rubbish, newspapers, or magazines that you do not want to take with you. The toilets are no longer in service.
Temperature -3, so when we get towards this cloud we will put the anti-ice back on. So finish off the descent checklist. So below 10,000 feet, seatbelt signs are now on, landing lights are on, wing light can come back on, and that is the descent checklist complete. I'm going to pull the heading vectors off a little bit, just to give us a bit of an extended final. So yeah, unfortunately we should be able to see the nice city of Copenhagen coming in, but looks like we're going to miss it altogether, unfortunately. Some very low cloud kicking around. Well, there's a little bit of it through that gap, just the smallest amount of Copenhagen. We have got the ILS is up 17.2 miles. Just keep that coming down now. I reckon 3,000 feet, and we are, how far we got for the actual 16.6 miles, 4,000 feet. We need 12 miles, so that's pretty much bang on at our current rate of descent. So when we land in Copenhagen very soon, what we're going to do when we get off the runway. 22 right is anywhere. We're going to vacate anywhere towards the right hand side. We've got a long taxi up, crossing runway 12 into the terminal. So anywhere on the right for vacate for us. temperature is going to be +4. So let's what's happened there? Thank you. There we are. Let's get the anti-ice back on before we dip through these clouds. Get back on the local QNH, which is 1000. Let's bring ourselves just a little bit round to the right now and join up with the with this ILS. So if we grab Volante, you should be able to see what we're up to now. There we are. Through all this crap weather, we're coming round this way now and back in. We'll keep it coming round a bit further. 013, 014. Get that blue line flat across the ND. And we're going to do a bit of cloud surfing as we pop through this layer. Should be if we can see some ground, it should be rather cool flying across Copenhagen, but the weather is dodgy down to 800 feet. We're going to take flap 1 now. Let's get ourselves slowed down a bit. There's 3,000 feet. We're at the platform now for this ILS. And we get the glide. When do we get the glide? Let's have a look. 9.3 miles. We can probably go direct now. Just tidy this up a little bit. Direct to there. That should tidy that up. There we go. That should give us the localizer any time soon. We're flap 1 now. Let's get flap 2 out. It's quite a short final. It's going to be less than 10-mile final this time. So let's get slowed down. There we are, 9.9 miles. See if any Copenhagen comes into view. Nothing out the window. So anyway, let's jump back in. Ooh, thought it was going to brighten up for a minute. Obviously not. Glide slope, lock star. And for the go around, in case we muck this up, what do we need to do? Climb straight ahead 3,000 and inform ATC. Cool. So 3,000's already set. 9.2 mile final. Glide slope is there. We're coming on the localizer now. We'll still keep the anti-ice on. And we'll stop the music ready for this arrival. Stop the music. We'll boost the sim volume. Let's have flap 3.
2,500.
Right out loud, 2,500. 7.9 miles to run. Perfect. Localizer, glide slope, all looking good. If we quickly run the landing checklist, EFIS as required, ND terrain as required, done. Gears will be down, and we have 3 green. We'll take flat full as well. Nose wheel lights on takeoff, auto brakes set and armed, which they are, and auto brake low. We've got 3 green on the gear. Flaps are set for landing, which they are. Landing memo is no ECAM. Landing memo is no blue. That is the landing check complete. Minimums for Copenhagen 200 feet. So we should have plenty of room to get in. Still nothing on either window of anything. Oh, bit of water there. There we go. So we're now back into Denmark. We went into Sweden roughly for a couple of minutes, and then back into Danish airspace. Not sure why the autopilot came out then. Everything else looks good. So to vacate anywhere on the right after we land, and then we'll taxi straight back up. There is one runway coming in, you can see just there. Ours should hopefully be somewhere over here. We are on the ILS, we are bang on it. Thousand feet, checked and stable. Let's get myself ready for this. Where are our landing lights? Can we see them? Nothing yet. There they are, there it is. 2 whites, 2 reds on the pappies as well. That'll be quite cool out the window very quickly. Look at that. Into Copenhagen, right, back in the flight deck.
500. 400. 300. 100 above. 200.
200
Minimum.
feet. Minimums continue.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 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 5.
There's touchdown reversers. And we have decel. Guys, welcome down to Copenhagen. 60 knots reverse idle, auto brake can come off. And there we are. First trip into Copenhagen complete. Let's get the charts up to see where we're going. So next exit will be Alpha 8 for us on the right hand side, and we'll taxi all the way up to the terminal. But yeah, that was rather a cloudy arrival in. Nonetheless, it was still a nice arrival. Might be slightly heavy landing. Didn't look too bad. But yes, we'll take this. We'll take this exit. And we'll turn immediately right again. Head back towards this flight hamper. Scenery up here in Copenhagen. Right, what we'll do is we'll just stop there a sec. We can. Why does it keep doing this? Get off. Landing lights can come off. That can go to taxi. That can come off. We will start the APU, and we can get rid of the flaps. We'll disarm the spoilers. Continue on up, and we'll get rid of these passengers. We'll make a new flight plan, and we'll go and head back to Bergen. We'll park up. I'll take a 5 or 6 minute break, and I'll knock up that new flight plan, and we'll come back and get more passengers and go back up. And if there's time, once we get back up into Bergen, we'll do a third flight down to my home airport of Newcastle as well on the way back. That is if there is time to do that. What time are we on now? Let's have a look. 12:26. So as long as I'm done in roughly 3 hours time, then we should be good. So continue all the way Alpha, all the way up, quite a long taxi in. And we need to cross runway 12 as well to get in. You're going to see the tower just there as well. Very miserable day down here, isn't it? Very miserable. See what we can do. We'll just quickly get rid of that. But you should see some awesome scenery popping in just a few minutes. So right, where do we want to go here? Let's go straight ahead. And we should come up to this is the runway heading in front of us. Cross our active runway, landing lights back on. As we cross that, we'll just slow down. Anything coming? Nothing that way. Nothing that way. We'll proceed straight across. And hopefully we'll find a parking spot. I think there's an EasyJet over there somewhere as well. Let's go and get we'll get parked up. So if we head straight up here, we should come to hopefully a parking spot on this end of this little pier bit just there. Next to that, Saudi, the Scandi. Bravo 19. We do have a marshaller who's going to help us in. A little bit further, he wants to. A little bit further, go on. We'll stop there. Parking brake set. There we are. Welcome down to Copenhagen. So let's just jump up onto there. APU's available. Engine 2 is dead. Engine 1 is dead. And we can adios the rest of these lights. They should be off after we exit the runway. That's off. That's off. And nav off. Wing off. Beacon and strobe as well. Should be now. There we go. As well as the seatbelt sign. So what we'll do is we'll jump across here. Let's see if we can get a jet bridge to. See if we can get the jet bridge. There it comes, baggage, aft, and a bit of catering for this next return flight, guys. There we are. What light is still on there? That one. Why are you still on? There we go. Perfect. So we have that done. There's our passengers disembarking. Let's have a look outside. Right, this is Fly Tampa, Copenhagen. Very nice bit of scenery, as you can see. Right, we'll let our passengers get themselves off. I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break, set up a new flight plan, and we'll get ourselves going.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cabin crew will shortly be leaving their seats to perform safety-related duties. However, we ask that you remain seated until the fasten seatbelt sign has been switched off.
Fasten seatbelt sign is
Portable
off.
electronic devices for messaging, calls or internet access may now be used. Please make sure that you take all your personal belongings with you, checking in the seat pocket,
double check we
underneath
have
the seat and in the overhead lockers.
External power's on, that's good.
Do take care when opening the lockers in case anything falls
Right then.
out. Smoking
I'm
going
going to take a
permitted
5-minute
until
break.
you reach a designated
I'll make a new
smoking
flight
area.
plan. We'll come back and we'll
On
do
behalf
the
of
return
captain
trip
and the crew, it has been our pleasure looking after you today.
up to
Our
Bergen.
ground
So
crew
guys,
will help you
I'll
complete
leave
your
you
EasyJet journey.
just for a
For
few
latest
minutes.
news,
I'll
promotions,
pop the music
flight
back
and
on for you, and you
destination
can,
information. Check out our official Facebook page, Twitter,
if you guys like to
or
hang around,
EasyJet app.
then I will be back in just a few minutes with a new flight plan. We'll get some more passengers and we'll crack on with the next flight in our sector today. So guys, I will see you in just 2 or 3 minutes. Right then, guys, I think that's our passengers off. I've got a new flight plan made up now, ready for the return flight back to Bergen. So we'll jump back in the flight deck, and we'll get ourselves set up, ready for this return flight back. So just grab Pack X, make sure all the passengers are off, which they are. So we'll save that flight. And we'll start the next one. Right, there we go. So let's go down here. We'll grab the new flight plans. We're going to add to AOC init press, and there's the init data request. We are Alpine now, 21:26 from Copenhagen back up to Bergen. Estimate time is 1 hour 13 minutes, and we'll go back. We'll do the payload. How many passengers have we got this time coming back? 157. And we'll start them boarding. There we go. Does that work? Yeah. Cool. Let's grab the init request as well. Cost index 25, flight level 360 on the way back up. And let's go and check the fuel that we need for this return trip. So, yeah, 1 hour 10 minutes for the flight back. Block fuel going to take 8 tons again. We'll load that up. There we go. Perfect with the fuel on. We can get the beacon, strobe to come up, the auto, nav logo light can come on. Seatbelt signs are now back on as well. Everything else looks good from when we landed. So let's go down and fill in a bit of this. So 8 tons for the block fuel. CG can go in, and the alternate fuel we need is going to be, why won't my mouse move? Oh, that still works. There we go. That's better. Right. Let's grab Malu. Hello, buddy. Welcome on. Hope you're doing well. Grab that. There we go. Flight plan's in. So we're looking for the alternate fuel. Where are we at? Alternate for the way back. It's going to be 1.7 tons that we need for our alternates. 1.7 can go in there. There we go. So we got 51 minutes flying time for the alternate, and we got an extra 2.9 tons on 1 hour and 37 in case we cock it up on the way back into Bergen. Anything else we need to do? Wind is what we're after next. Let's have a look at the wind. Average wind is minus 18. That'll give us a headwind, I'm guessing. Yeah, 18 knot headwind, roughly on the way back as well. So cool. So that's that done. Let's go and grab this flight plan, and we'll see what we're going to do from Copenhagen on the way out. Let's have a look. So we're going to leave off runway 22 right, which is the one that we came in on. 22 right, and we're going to do the missed 1 Charlie departure out. There it is, 1 Charlie, that can go in. We'll insert that into Bergen for the way back. We are going to be doing the Badab 2 November onto runway 17. Looks like it's going to be ILS Whiskey 17. Badab 2 November. And that's going to go via, if we grab the chart and have a look at the vias, if we load in the new flight, just grab that and that as well. TPX Gaming, welcome along. Hope you're doing well, mate. Lucas, hello, buddy.
On behalf of the cabin crew, I'd like to welcome you aboard our flight.
So there we go. Let's get the these charts up. Do that. Best grab the taxi chart out of here as well, because it's a massive airport. Grab that. And that's where we're looking for the arrival back into Bergen. So Badab, we're going to go via Gilver. There's Gilver. We'll insert
to allow
that
other
as well.
passengers to find their seats as well. If you are
So there we go.
seated in an emergency exit
Discontinuity,
row,
we can get a
please
shot
exit
of
the
that.
facilities in the safety card in the seat back in front of you.
And let's just pop that on the plan and have a check of how that route
If you are not
looks.
able or prefer not to perform these actions, please let a flight attendant know.
We'll track north to the northwest,
Feel free to
and
use
then,
your cell phone during the rest of the boarding process, but we
north
do
all the
ask
way
that
pretty much.
laptops,
There's
tablets,
that
and
DME arc
larger electronic devices
onto
are once we
runway
depart.
17,
Thank you and welcome aboard.
and there's a final fix, Bablu, and then into runway 17. That all looks pretty good. Let me set back to arc. Let's grab the weather. Make sure the QNH hasn't changed down here in Copenhagen. Echo Kilo Charlie Hotel. Accept. Load. Weather. No, QNH has just dropped, so it's 999. And the visibility still pretty crap, but it's got slightly better by extra 100 feet. Winds 210, 15 knots. Everything else pretty much the same as our arrival. So nothing else to be too concerned with just there. Check on these passengers. How are we doing with these guys? Still bored, and let's have a look. Still a few more to come on as well. So good, let's have a look at our taxi out then. When we're waiting for that, and we'll do the performance in a second as well. So 2-2 right, we haven't got far to taxi, we're just going to push back Alpha, and we can get Alpha 5, pretty much. Cool. Let's go and do the performance while we wait. Performance tab, there it is. So if we do get the chart on the other screen a second. So 22 right is a heading of 217 degrees. Elevation is not going to be much. No, it's 14 feet. Runway length, however, is quite big. 3,600 meters. And the winds we said were, what was the wind? 210 at 15. 210 at 15. Outside air temperature was rather nippy, 6 degrees. And 999 for the QNH. Runway condition is dry. And let's grab the stuff off the unit page to put in here. So we have 66.6, 24.1. We'll do a flex takeoff, config 1+F. Anti-ice will be on, engine and wing. So we do a flex of 46, 51, 52, 53. 1 unit up for the trimmable horizontal stabilizer. Good stuff. Let's go and put that in. To here then. Performance.
We're ready to go when you are.
Performance, there we go. So we got flex of 46. Flex 46, flap 1, and that was up 1 as well. Up 1 for there, and we got 51, 52, 53 for the V speeds. 51, 52, and 153 for that. There you go. Transition altitude 5,000 feet. Clean speed 219. Flaps retracted at 151 and slats at 196. And get rid of that now. And I reckon that we're all good. We'll go and close these doors up and we'll request the pushback. There he is. Double check these doors have shut, which they haven't, obviously. Cargo and rear cabin, aft and cargo. They should close up, hopefully. There's one down.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard.
I just want
flight
that cargo door to shut.
2126 with service to Norway. Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour and 12 minutes. Please note the cabin door is now closed. We ask that you make sure that all devices are in airplane mode.
Lucas, how do you play the safety video before departing?
If you have not
I've just got it set as
verify it is low and tight across your lap.
through a program called PackX, and it does it automatically when we push back. We want to get rid of this cargo door, ideally, if it will shut. That's shut, that shuts. See if we can close it that way. That's the aft door open. Cargo door needs to be closed. Why wouldn't it close? Just jump outside a sec. Is it still open? It is. Right. What are these guys doing? Right, let's get rid of the jetway anyway. That can disappear. Baggage can disappear, please. Thank you. There we go. Get lost. Right, there you go. And this geezer needs to go away as well. But I think he might just be stuck there. That's all turned off. Get rid of him now. See if that works. If not, we're just going to call the pushback driver anyway, and see if it shuts when we depart. There's a tug. Not sure why that door will not close. Just try one more time. It's not going to, is it? Is he still there? Oh, there we go. Finally, it's closing. I'm going to chop his head off. Break his conveyor belt as well. Thank you. There we are. Excellent. Right, anyway. Now that's done. We've got the tug driver. APU's on. Everything else is good. That is all turned on. Seatbelt signs on. APU bleeds on. We've got fuel. We've got everything else we need. We can now get ourselves going. So we're going to push back. It's going to be alpha all the way to where we want to be. So where is alpha in respect to where we are? Straight back down here. So we push back to the right, and that way we can get ourselves going. So if we release the parking brake, we'll start heading backwards, and as we do that, we will
Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask for your attention while we take you through the safety procedures on this aircraft. A safety card is in your seat pocket showing the exit routes, oxygen masks, life jackets and brace position that you must adopt if you hear brace, brace. There are 2 emergency exits at the rear, 4 in the middle, and 2 at the front of the cabin. Floor lighting will guide you to an exit. Please be aware that your nearest exit may be behind you. In an emergency, leave all cabin baggage on board. Your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted, and released as shown. It must be fastened when the seatbelt signs are on, and we recommend that you keep it fastened at all times. If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above you. Pull a mask towards you to start the oxygen. Put the mask over your nose and mouth. Hold in place with the strap. Pull on each side to adjust. Put on your own mask before helping others. If we land on water, take the life jacket from under your seat. Put it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist. Click together and pull the strap to adjust. Do not inflate it inside the aircraft. When outside, inflate by pulling the toggle. If it fails to inflate or needs topping up, blow into the tube. There is a light and whistle for attracting attention. We also carry flotation aids for children. Your tray table must now be stowed, armrest down, window blinds open, and seatbelt fastened. We wish you a pleasant flight with EasyJet.
We got EGT N1 rising, and we can go ahead and we'll arm the spoilers. We'll set auto brake to max while we wait. And that all looks good. There are engine number 1 as a good start as well. So let's get the APU off, APU bleed off. That can come to taxi, and we'll get ourselves out of here and back to Norway. I'm going to grab the chart so we can see where we actually are going. So we're going to take this first right, and it's going to be all the way down to Alpha 5 is where we want to head to. So parking brake is coming off, and away we go. So as we are going to cross an active runway, let's get the landing lights on so other planes can see us if they are floating around. And if we're heading the right way still, this should still be Alpha. Yeah, runway vacated for now.
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
Flaps can travel to 1 as we're travelling down here. Looks like the weather's getting slightly better down here in Copenhagen compared to the way in. Takeoff config check. Slats are still travelling. So they should be in their takeoff position now, so if we hit that config test again, there we go, job's a good one. So this is Alpha 1 and then Alpha 2. That's Alpha 2, Alpha 3, we're just passing now. And I reckon the next one will be Alpha 5, that'll be for us. Auto brake, if it would stay in max, would be very useful, there we go. So this is where we want to be, this is Alpha 5. And we'll stop here and do our last few minutes, our last few bits of prep before we enter this runway. So, landing lights come on. There we go, that can come to takeoff. That can come on. That is on. We are all good. We'll go and get ourselves lined up and we'll get ready to go. Nothing coming. And that guy's just taken off. And I think we can do a roll and takeoff. We've got our V-speeds 131, 151, 153. Climb nav 1 FD2. And we'll just quickly set the that to 6,000. And I reckon we can, if we get on that centre line eventually, go on, there we are. I reckon we can go, so we'll get 50% on the M1. There it is, 1, 2 clicks forward. Man flex 46, SRS runway, auto thrust is armed in blue. There's V1 and rotate, up we go. It's a positive climb, the gear's coming up. And Copenhagen, thank you very much. Away we go. There's lever climb. Thrust climb, climb nav, 6,000 blue. So it should be 7,000 for the initial departure out. There's the S-speed, we can get rid of the flaps, disarm the spoilers. That VOR doesn't need to be on anymore. There we go, there's that initial right hand turn, as you can see on here. And we're going to go out, right hand turn again, up to Sorga, then Mixie. And that's the end of our departure out of Copenhagen. Need anti-ice on, possibly. Let's get it on. It's a bit rough through those clouds, isn't it? Jeez. QNH, back onto standard. Speed out star. And if there's any more speed restrictions or height restrictions, then we can wind our way up to 360. There we go. Let's get our climb out. Right, I reckon we can get a bit more music back on again. Now we're getting up there. Lovely jubbly. (10,000 feet), we can get rid of the landing lights. That can come off, that can come off. Seatbelt sign can also come off.
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep your seatbelt fastened while the seatbelt sign is on. We recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you are seated. Toilets are located at each end of the cabin. Remember that smoking is not permitted at any time. This includes e-cigarettes. In just a few moments, we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase from our selection of fresh food available today. Full details can be found in your in-flight brochure. You can also purchase a selection of hot beverages, together with drinks and snacks from the bar. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies, and debit or credit cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated, and if we can be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Cool. Might get some food then shortly if you are on EasyJet. 312-4360. See, did I file this flight plan on VATSIM or not? Let's have a look. Can't remember if I did actually. That would be a whoopsie. Copy that. Just a second. Flight plan. That's in. Cool. The flight plan is filed on VATSIM, so if we get any ATC for our departure. Nothing in Copenhagen. There's a bit of Swedish control. Nothing in Norway at the minute either. Bergen, there's nothing up there at the minute either. Cool. Right, there we are. Make sure V-pilot's got a bit of volume in case we need it. To that. Good. TCAS TRRA, which I found that can go back to there. Still squawking 2000. Flight plan. Just double check how we're getting on with that. Up to Sorga now, then to Mixie. That's the end of our departure out. Perfect. So we're on VATSIM, we've got flight plan filed, everything's all tickety-boo now. Good stuff. We are on Unicom. Just want to double check that my thing is actually working, so if I put this onto COM1 just for now, just to double check. COM1, which is 1 on 8 0.4. Just double check the sound is working. There should be some ATC from is that Polaris control. Let's have a look what we got. Stockholm control is on, so we're just going to see whether we get any ATC through that. Just to make sure I got the V-pilot working. Wind it out a little bit. So what we got, 389 miles. We should be landing at about just after the hour, 2:05 in the afternoon.
Scandinavia 1765, when ready, descend flight level 120.
When ready, descend flight level 120, Scandinavian 1765.
Yeah, so my V-pilot's clearly working. Excellent stuff. Put that back to Unicom. And the eyes can be off now because we're well above the clouds. Everything else is off. That can be fine, that's fine. Seatbelt signs are off. Passengers are free to get up and walk around. 267 for 360. All looking good. Am I having some stream issues? Let's have a quick look. No drop frames, everything good. Excellent. Just wonder why YouTube was giving me an issue with a frame rate, not a frame rate, sorry, a stream rate, bit rate issue. It just started to snow outside my window. Guys, as we get on the cruise, I'm going to take a quick minute break and just nip to the bathroom. I'll leave you with a lovely external shot of our EasyJet 320. Back with you in just 2 minutes, guys. check in with this ATC guy. Let me just grab a bit of paper to write something down. Let's have a look. Who are we talking to here? 118.4. There we go. So where are we at? We're well off track here for some reason. What's happened here? Alpha Lima.
Canary 5 Delta Lima, good afternoon. Derek's flight level 360.
Hello, Finnair 5 Delta Lima, Sweden Control, identify maintain flight level 360.
And flight level 360. Continue, sorry.
Scanner level 1765, vectors 19 left, round 50, track must go. Then flight level 70, high speed approved.
Descend flight level 70, 50, track nose to go for runway 19 left and high speed approved. Canadian 175.
Swiss 888, Sweden identify maintain flight level 310.
Swiss 888, maintain flight level 310.
Scandinavia 161, Metroport Landvetter, wind 240 degrees, 6 knots, visibility 8 kilometers in light drizzle, clouds broken, 1000 feet, overcast 2400 feet, temperature 3, 2.2, QNH 9994, transition level 70.
Thank you, QNH 994, transition level 70, Scandinavia 161.
Finnair 5 Delta Lima, Sweden identify maintain 360.
Finnair 5 Delta Lima, say again please.
Finnair 5 Delta Lima, you identify maintain flight level 360.
Continue 360, Finnair 5 Delta Lima.
Sweden Control, good afternoon. Lufthansa 477 Heavy, flight level 380, inbound Gorpi.
Hello, Lufthansa 477, Sweden Control identified maintain 380.
Maintaining flight level 380.
We are heading where we are. Let's have a quick look. Alpha Lima, we had a little bit of an issue with the flight computer there, sending us in the wrong direction for some reason. But now I think we're back on track. Ideally.
Scandinavia 1765, descend 5000 feet, QNH 993.
There we go. I'm not sure why that guy was trying to contact us because we weren't going anywhere near his controlled airspace. He now said go back to Unicom and a message, so there we go. Cool, right, so we are. Let's have a look where we are now. We can get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, we went well off track for some reason. Well off track. I don't know why. I think we got a little bit too close to his airspace for his liking. Heading to Aalborg now. See if we can sort this out. Let's have a look. That was a bit dodgy. Aalborg. What is next? We go to Lagum. Let's go direct Lagum, and that should sort that out. Lagum is there. Oh, and the flight plan's completely gone as well. Nice. Alright, let's sort that out. Do that. We're going direct to Lagum at the moment. Lagum direct. Nav Lagam, there we go. Is that going to take us there? Alpha Alpha Lima. No, direct. Lagam. Insert. Something like that. For now, and we're going to reset this arrival up, I'm guessing. Arrival, runway ILS Whiskey 17. And we're doing the Badet 2 November. Arrival via Gilver. We'll insert that as well. Not sure what happened there. Wasn't too happy with it. That looks better. And we're direct Lagam. Cool. There we go. Everyone's happy. That controller's happy we're not anywhere near his airspace. And there's no more ATC around us at the minute, I don't believe. Let's grab this, have a look. There we are, we skirted a little bit close to his airspace. But now we're heading straight up. Straight up here, so that's good. That is happy. With the VATSIM, happy with the flight plan. So we're in the cruise, Macalt cruise now. Let's have a look at the checklist for the cruise. Barrow is set to standard, which it is. Anti-ice is now off. EFIS is set as required. Weather radar is, as we've said before, and the flight down is in up, so that is off. And landing lights, wing lights, and seatbelt signs are all off as well. That is the cruise checklist complete, and of course we'll continue to monitor the flight, the ECAM, weather, and prepare the arrival with the MCDU landing performance as well. See, can we do landing? We can do landing, can't we? Top of descent and landing, yeah. We could do that on here. Let's have a quick look at the ENBR. Let's grab the METAR in there. And we're going to land on runway heading 170. Runway condition is dry. Temperature's 2. Calculate. Flaps full. Everything else looks good. Approach speed. What's our approach speed will that be? Let's have a look in here. Performance. Next phase. Next phase. VAP 142. So if we're going to type that in there. Approach 142. Everything else is alright. Landing distance available. Just grab this. Oh, not that one. ENBR. Open chart. We'll get that. Landing distance. Where we find that at? Actually, could be on this one, wouldn't it? Not on that one. The displaced threshold, we've got 2,990 meters. There we go. Why aren't that calculated for what we've done? Overweight procedure, no. Reverse thrust. Actually, we can have a bit of reverse thrust. It should show us the runway altitude. Is that because that's missing? Let's have a look. 166. Yeah, it won't calculate anything, would it? No. We'll try that later on. But what we can do is we'll go down and put in the our descent info, flight plan, TP. Right, here we go. Let's get this up and running for the arrival. Let's see. Not below flight level 90 at Octos. So not below 9,000, not above 8,000. So let's plan to be not below 9,000 there. So we want to be, say we want to be flight level 100 at Octos. And then we can be So let's plan LUSAP at flight level 100. LUSAP. LUSAP at flight level 100, which is 26,000 feet, 26, 52, 72, 74 miles. That's where we'll start our descent. Cool. And that's going to be flight level 100 after that. Then we can bring ourselves down quite nicely, unless any ATC pops on, and I'm sure they'll tell us what to do. K-Core 2225, welcome along, buddy. Hope you're doing well. We've got a headwind, 71 knots coming from this side, slowing us down just a smidge. K-Core, yes, on VATSIM, we are indeed. But at the minute where we are, there is no ATC at the minute. You can see that's us. ATCs for Sweden. There's nothing going into Bergen at the minute. Top of drop, 120 miles out. That's what we're going to plan for flight level 100 at flight level 100 at LUSAP, which is here. That's what we want to be at. That is the plan. Traffic on TCAS 1,000 feet below in... Where's that at? Oh, it's 40 miles away. That's no problem. Somewhere up there is that geezer. Who might he be? Is he on VATSIM? Let's have a look. Directly ahead of us, yeah, be that Scandi. I'm assuming that's about 40 miles, yeah, be that Scandi that's... he's got a fair old flight down to Gran Canaria. Wow. How far has he got to go? He's still got another 2,000 miles left to run on his flight. But yeah, I'm guessing that's that Scandi ahead of us there on TCAS. Yeah, weather's a bit... nothing much to see really, unfortunately. rather cloudy. Yeah, Unicom, exactly, Keiko, there it is, 122.8. Let's grab the weather down in Bergen, see what it's like. Let's have a look. Echo, November, Bravo, Romeo, we'll bang that in. Accept, load, weather. There it is, Bergen, let's have a look on the ground what we got. 210, 15 knot winds, 10k visibility. Showers, few at 1,000, scattered 2,000, 2 degrees, QNH 988. Temperature becoming 210, 18, gusting 28, 2,000, showers of rain, broken. Area shower 2 degrees, yeah. So possibly gusting wind of 28 knots from 210 is 15 knots is the reported as well. So how far we got left? Let's go and put some stuff in the progress bits. What we're going to be doing here. Let's have a look. Where are the charts? We're going to put in loose app, as that's where we want to be at flight level 100. Loose app can go in there. Gives us 170 miles from loose app. Radnav. Any VORs we might want to put in just for this arrival? No, nothing in there. So I can get rid of that. We'll tidy up that, and we'll grab the runway chart. Approach ILS Whiskey 17, there it is. So 2,400 platform altitude, 3,000 at Bablu. RVR's 550. And we could put in the Fleischland VOR for later on, so 1555. We'll put that in VOR 1. Can go in. And the Bergen ILS is 109.9. Let's have a look. 109.9. Bravo Romeo is the ident. So that's fine. There, so I can see if any ATC comes on and what we need to be doing. Yeah, there's none. So the arrival is pretty much, it's not too complicated, this one, I don't think. So flight level 100 here, loose up, then we're going to be not above 8,000 and not below 6,000, then it's 6,000, 4,000, 4,000, 4,000, all the way to Gilver. After Gilver, that puts us on the ILS. Gilver's here in intercept, and then normal 3-degree glide after that. Leave that on that page for now, so we can refer to it shortly. Top of drop less than 8 miles. We are in, yeah, about 70 miles from top of drop. Let's get a bit more music going for what we got. Let's try that one. Guys, if you do want to join the Discord to find out when we're going live next, when we're flying, what we're flying, if you hit ! Discord in the chat, that'll give you the link to join our Discord server. Pop over there, say hello, and I post there every day that we go flying and streaming, where we're going to go, what we're going to do, and what time we're going to do it. So if you do want to do that, ! Discord in chat for your invite into the into our Discord server. So let's go and jump and put the extended centre line in. Next point, so we'll have Echo November Bravo Romeo 17, and let's grab the chart to see the extended centre line. 350 is what we need. That can go as a radial out, and we should see, if we zoom out, there it is. If we're too fast and too high here, we can vector ourselves in off that centre line. Excuse me, something in my throat. This music's a bit boring. What we got else we got? Sounds interesting. So you finally see a little bit of land coming in there. There we are. bit more down that way as well. So we must be we are Kristiansand up towards Stavanger and then straight to the north for our approach in. See what we can see below. Look at that. Rather frozen Norwegian landscape. Watching that N1, it would suggest we've got a little bit of turbulence coming up, which we seem to have. A little bit of jolting around, nothing too exciting, but the N1 keeps shifting around a bit. Some frozen lakes down there as well. Rather chilly in Norway. That top of drop is getting quite close now. It's within, let's have a look, yeah, about 25 miles roughly, which we're coming down to. Flight level 100 is what we're going to be doing, so there it is. We'll dial that in ready. There it is, 100 set. Yeah, I've picked up the VOR now that we put in. 110 miles away, up to the north of our position at the minute. Look at that. We'll get top of drop, then we'll go and get the weather again, updated weather for Bergen, put that in to and we'll begin our descent very soon. So we have got in, let's have a quick look, double checking there, 85 miles from Lusap. We wanted 79 roughly. I believe. Let's have a quick look. So we're on 79, was it? Current altitude to flight level 100. 82. So yeah, topper drops in about a mile, roughly about a mile. I reckon we're probably good to start that, so we'll go thrust idle, open descent. There is flight level 100 is set. Let's go and put some info in this box that it's after. Let's have a look. Echo November Bravo Romeo. Accept weather. Here Alexa's picked up what I've said, if you can hear that in the background. Right, so here we go. Let's have a look. Wind 210, 15 knots. 210 at 15. The look, the temperature is 2 degrees. Oop, that one. Temperature's 2. QNH is very low at 988. 988, that can go in there. In you get. Thank you. I'm gonna grab the barrel ref off the charts. Have a look. Cat C 370. There we are. Perfect stuff. No air traffic in. Bergen as of yet. Okay, 1 or 2 more lumps. The wind is just swirling around a bit. See if we've got any saucy wing flex. A little bit. A little bit. Guys, just give me 2 seconds, I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. So we're doing, we're flight level 200, we need 30 miles. And we got 38. So let's just lower that down into a smidge. 2,000 feet per minute will do. Oh no, actually. 1.6 actually will do, won't it? 1.6. There we go, cool. Still no ATC anywhere around. Let's have a look. No, there's nothing there. Let's have a quick check on our arrival. How we are doing here. There we are, we're right on the arrival now. So we couldn't be below flight level 90 there anyway. We're well above that. Flight level 187 at the moment. Finnair 589. Passing across. So we're going to head towards a rainbow as well. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So once we get to Lusap, then we're going to keep coming down to 6,000 feet. That is the plan. Let me go directly through that rainbow. $5,000 feet to go. We need 15 miles. We got 19, so that's perfectly fine. Like I said, after that, once we get to flight of 100, straight down to 6,000 feet after that. Do we need a bit of anti-ice on? Possibly. I'll put it on. Just to be on the safe side. Looks a bit. That cloud looks a bit rough. That looks nice. That's a bit dodgy. Around there and over there as well. There's that rainbow. We've got 220 knot speed restriction also coming in as well. Where is that going to be from? 220 at Bravo Romeo 624 is the speed restriction of 220 knots. And that's 220 all the way to Gilver. Cool. And look at that, we're going to arrive. What's our arrival time? Looking at overlay reckons 2:15. So 15 minutes time. We should be on the ground. That'd be 2 hours 51 after we initially pushed back in Bergen earlier on this morning. Been streaming 3 hours and 20 minutes so far. It's been quite enjoyable, to be honest. I've enjoyed it. The speed coming back to 250. There's that 10,000 feet. Let's go and get some landing lights on. Oh. Oh, stop there. We'll get those on as well. There we are. And there we are, coming back to 250 now for 10,000 and 220. We need to be at shortly. Guys, you're watching on Twitch, exclamation mark, predict in chat. Have a guess at the landing rate. See who's the closest. If you are watching on YouTube, unfortunately you can't do the landing rate prediction, as for some reason it doesn't work. With Fly Live, it's only logged into Twitch, but if you are watching on Twitch, exclamation mark, predict in the chat, and have a guess at the landing rate. So 10,000 feet, we'll start to come down now to 6,000. Get rid of that speed brake, don't need that anymore. Seatbelt signs are on, landing lights are on, we've got all of that sorted, that can come on as well. Similarly, the anti-ice on just when we get through this bit of cloud, in case there's any moisture inside of that. 220. We could actually be back at our green dot for the rest of this arrival. We'll activate that. That way, the green dot's only a few knots slower than that speed restriction, so we'll stay at that for the rest of this arrival. Any traffic on VATSIM going to cause us any issues? Nothing, there's only us. Nothing else around us that's going to cause any issues. Cool. Yo, Galley2207, welcome along, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Hope your Friday's going well as well. Some nice Norwegian terrain. Come in, look at that cloud there. Jeez, don't want to fly through that. Frozen Wonderland. Right, so look, 220 knots, we're back at our clean speeds, that's fine. We're coming down to 6,000 feet. And have we got anything interesting here? 5,600. And then not below 6,000. So that all looks tickety-boo. Injection 1. Oh, that's you on Twitch. Welcome along, buddy. Let's get back on the QNH. 988. Guys, 2 seconds. My phone's just ringing. If you just give me 1 sec, I'm just going to answer that with 2 seconds. Oh, autopilot's out. We're having a bit of an issue, clearly. What's happened there? It's just a bit of hand flying. Looks like we need to do. Let's get back to a bit of speed. Clear that. We were going a bit slow, clearly, for its liking. Whack that back up there. That should sort us out. We do need to come back to some sort of managed situation. There we go. 220 knots, we've got a bit of turbulence. Didn't quite like that. We will, however, keep descending back down to 6,000 feet. But there's a bit of excitement. There's a bit of excitement. That can come off. We're coming down. We had 220 knots as that speed restriction, so we'll stick there for now. Yeah, exclamation mark predict in the chat if you want to have a guess at the landing rate. I say that. Cool, right, we're coming back to that 220 now. I'll give it a bit of speed brake. And there we are. 6,000 to Lutiv. After that, 4,000 feet all the way around to Gilver. So 4,000 feet can go in. How cool does that look? I should wind that back a sec so we see what we're doing. I wonder if we just took a direct to Gilver now. 4,000 feet. Only 1,300 feet. I wonder if that would work. Let's try that. Let's go direct to Gilver. Skip that arc. We can keep coming down. Go back to managed speed now. And that approach phase is active still. So we can slow down. Get the ILS up. Lock, approach. Oh, not that one. Ooh, approach AP2. Let's see if we can get ourselves across. If it goes direct Gilver, Bablu, that'll pull us on the ILS nicely. I'd have thought. Keep that speed brake, just keep us coming down just a bit quicker. And then speed brake can go away. Not sure why we're less than green dot. We should be directly at green dot. Otherwise we're going to autopilot will come out again. There we are, VLS is buggering off. Topo. Direct Gilvet, thank you ever so much. There we go. Looks better than what it did. That flight plan is now sorted out. Still getting one or two good lumps and bumps. 31 knot headwind. There's a glide. Coming down to say hello. And then we need to be, so if we go back here now, let's have a look. We're coming across now to Gilver. Then from Bablu, we can go down to 3,000 feet by Bablu and 2,400 at 7.1 miles from the ILS DME. So where we are in relation to Bablu. So we'll get to Gilver. I'm going to have 3,000 set ready for that. So Bablu, 3,000 feet we can go down to now. And we'll keep coming down to 2,400. We'll have flap 1. Why is this not working? Oh, there we go. We'll take flap 1 now. That'll slow us down, ready for this. 11 miles out. Looking half decent. Well, the way I thumped that down galley into Copenhagen before, that 139 is could be very optimistic. Glide slope star, lock star. Down we come. Left flap 2. So with the chart, let's have one last look at where we're going to, when we vacate off here quickly. The last, you don't want to know. You do not want to know. It was, I'll tell you what it was, 2 seconds. Flights. It was really, really bad. Minus 250. Minus 250. That was very, very bad. Minus 993. Brilliant. Brilliant. So we're coming in 17. Anywhere, Charlie, Echo, on the left. Let's have flap 3. $2,500. You seen someone hit a minus... Ouch. Did he have any landing gear left after that or not? So 31 knot crosswind from the right hand side on the glide slope. Let's have flap full. And we'll drop the gear any second. I did very quickly, Gally. I did butter one in the other night on the other stream, minus 85 into Bristol. Gears coming down. Gears coming down. Auto brake is set, and let's just arm the spoilers. We'll tell the cabin crew to sit on their arse. So we had 4.7 miles on the glide, on the localizer, very nice. Still a bit of a wind, 27 knots. Everything else a tickety-boo. Ecam memos landing, no blue. What is the go around quickly if we need to? climb. I'm passing 2,000, climb 3,000, so let's whack that to 3,000. There we go. That'll do. We're all fully set up. Just gotta hope we can see a runway, which I think we can. Well, no, not quite. There it is. As long as we don't ditch it into the trees just before, we're good. No, there's no ATC, no one around us either. I've come off VATSIM because there was no one there, so nothing around at all. We were on VATSIM out of Copenhagen, then there was no control anywhere after Copenhagen. So I didn't see the point of it using my very limited bandwidth that I've got at the minute for some reason, with VATSIM being on when there's nothing around. Just stop that. Then at least you can hear me thud this into the ground in a second. Let's get over these trees. Still looking good. I can't see any puppy lights yet.
400.
I'm assuming that we're half decent.
200.
200. Actually, I need to get the autopilot out, otherwise I'll forget. Minimums continue.
100.
Bit of rudder. Bit more rudder.
50. 40. 30. 20. Retard.
Oh, there's the float. There's the float.
5.
Oh. Reverse is green. And decel. That was a float and a half, that was. Jeez. There we are. Welcome, Sabrina. And welcome down to Bergen again. That was a float and a half, that was. Float and a half. So we'll go down, we'll take this next, we'll take the next left, which is Alpha 6. You won, yeah, Gary. At least it was nowhere near that 900 and whatever it was you put in. I'm not entirely sure. But when we land, we'll check what Volante. Oh, sorry, when we parked up, even we'll check what Volante has got. We'll check what Volante has got on, and then we'll. I don't think the overlay. Should we have a crash? Let's have a crash. Boosh. The overlay is sometimes not 100% accurate. So we'll see what Volante says as well. There can sometimes be 100 feet discrepancy between the two. We'll have a quick gander. Alright, stop there, let's get some lights off. That can come off, that can come off, that can go at taxi, APU can be started, and that can come off as well. I'll have a quick look on Volante in a second, see what it says. Right, let's flaps in, disarm the spoilers, and let's go and park next to our EasyJet friend up there. Stand 2.6 actually is where we started off 3.5 hours ago, so seems about right that we're going to take 2.6 as we arrive back. If we can find the line, I reckon somewhere about there. Right, stop there, parking brake set. APU is available, so we can happily kill engine 2 and engine 1, and we can jump up and get that can come off, that can come off, that can come off. Seatbelt signs can come off as well. guys, welcome back down to Bergen. Let's see if we can get the jet bridge for the passengers to get themselves on their merry way for the Friday afternoon. Passengers, baggage, external power, catering and whatnot as well. Let's turn that off. But yeah, let's grab Volanta. Let's have a quick look, see what that reckons. Flights, where's this one at? Not that one. This one. That's not that one either. If I do that, that might help. There we go. End flight. Let's review it. So, overlay reckon, what did that say? 2:59. And if we review the flight, this reckons... Oh, that's even worse. 3:85. Take the landing, take the one on the overlay, get rid of that quick. Nothing to see. Nothing to see. There we are. They might need some stairs. The jet bridge has not extended itself. Let's try again. Forward door, passengers. Don't think it's going to work. I think it might just be a static image. But yeah, there we are. Welcome down to Bergen. That's the return trip. We went down from Bergen down to Copenhagen, and we've come back again. We'll let the passengers get themselves to where they want to be. Still a few of them to come off yet. But guys, I think that's going to be about it for this afternoon. I reckon that's 3 hours 40 minutes worth of flying about. So I'm going to leave that there. Let the passengers get themselves off. Guys, thank you for coming along on this Nordic flight from Bergen to Copenhagen and back again with our lovely EasyJet 320. If you aren't a member of the Discord, if you want to hit exclamation... Yeah, Gary, I did check the rate, I did. Show you. You didn't want to see. Was overlay reckon 2:59. Volanta said 3:85. So yeah, whichever way. Don't look at Volanta. Look at the overlay this time. Look at the overlay. This is Volanta. 3:85. I'm not sure the G-force is not much. 1G 385.38. With a G-force of 1.02. If you go back to another flight, for example the one I did earlier, yeah, 316. That one's 316, but the overlay said 250. I don't know how it works it out, or how it even tells half the time. But yeah, I don't trust it. Just a bit of fun. Nothing's broken. Passengers aren't dead, so I reckon it was a successful landing in the end. But yeah, guys, if you aren't a member of the Discord, hit exclamation mark Discord in the chat. Grab the link. Come and join us in there. If you want to know when we're flying next, where we're flying, and what time we're flying. I do post in there every day that we are going to stream, so get yourself across there if you do feel like it. Guys, thanks for the new subs on YouTube as well, and for the new followers on Twitch. It is very much appreciated, and thank you for coming along on this Friday afternoon. We will be streaming tomorrow evening if you do want to come along on the North Europe server. Patrick Firth, I did, mate, yes. Was rather exciting if you're on that plane, I guess. But yeah, it was really something, wasn't it? No idea. Let's see if we might as well just watch it again together, shall we? If I can get it off YouTube. Let's grab it. Let's have one last watch of it. Here it is.
Go with it, Jilly, whenever you want, mate.
Captain flying that. There could be quite easy some cracks in there. They've got to check it out, Patrick. Yeah, I'd have thought quite easily. But it's yeah. At least it didn't. Well, when you see that go onto that last wheel, when that was toppling on the right, on the left-hand side, just on that that last wheel there. However the hell that didn't actually cause a wing strike as well, I got no idea. But I think they did quite well to get that back in the air in the end. But apart from the tail strike, was certainly a bit dodgy if you're the captain or the first officer flying that. Yet alone the passengers on there, they must have shat their pants. Reminds me of the Air India flight I had. The wing came within a whisk. Yeah, Yeah, Gally, how did the wheel take? I mean, yeah, there's got to be a fair bit of weight left on just that one wheel when it toppled to the left, surely. But yeah, it was I think for me that certainly would have been clean trouser time after that. I think definitely clean trouser time. But on that note, guys, we made it on the ground. We didn't topple over. We didn't break any landing gear. We didn't scratch the arse of the plane. So I think in that respect we did better than that BA getting on the ground anyway. But yeah, like I said, grab yourself in the Discord if you want to come along on the next flight. No worries, Patrick. We're doing it tomorrow evening if you're about. If not, Sunday as well. So I've got nothing to do this weekend. So, but yeah, grab yourself in the Discord. It'll let you know when we're live next and what we're doing when we're flying and where we are flying. But guys, take care. Enjoy the rest of your Friday afternoon, and I'll see you all. I'll see you all over the weekend. If I press a few buttons, hopefully something might work.